friends, Talia here. Welcome back to another video on my channel. So as you can tell by the title, today is a current favorites video. And my very first favorite of the video is Rose. You guys haven't seen her on this channel since she was 5 weeks old. So she is now 17 weeks old. She's just over 4 months old. Look at the camera, baby. She's like, I don't want to. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys her. So if you follow my vlog channel, which is Talia Lillian here on YouTube, you see her in like every single one of my vlogs. She makes like little appearances in them. So yeah, she's probably my like absolute favorite. So I had to share her with you guys again. But I think my last favorites video was July. So I'm not working too much right now, but I do a few clients each week, and I've had like a ton of new products come in that I wanted to share with you guys, and I've kind of narrowed it down to some of like my favorite kind of must-have products for the last few months. So let's jump into some nail products now. Okay, my little monkey is just like chilling in her swing, which will probably put her to sleep. So if you hear like any noises or like her swing going or anything, that's just her, but that's honestly the only way I can get some filming done today. I have some really fun products to share with you guys. I'm so excited to be filming this video. So like I said, I'm not really working very much on my clients these days. I take about anywhere from 3 to 5 clients a week, so just when somebody is available to watch Rose, so it's not very much. Yeah, when I tell you like my favorites, these are like, out of all the products that I've reviewed and shared and featured lately, these are like my hands down ones that I reach for the most. These are what my clients are reaching for. These are what my clients want to use. Yeah, so anyway, these are like favorites of the favorites sort of thing. So this goes anywhere from, I took 2 months off with Rose, so I took August and September off, and I came back I think like mid-October. So anywhere from about October to like now is what I'm kind of featuring in this video. So what should we start with? Let's start with my favorite gels, color gels and glitter gels. Okay, so the very first one I want to share with you guys is from Light Elegance, and it's from their winter collection, and it is called Don't Be Late. And it is a beautiful, like, dark kind of army green color, I would say. It is so pretty. And it is so perfect for, like, fall, winter, Christmas nails. And can I just tell you guys that if you make this color matte, it is beautiful. I did this, like, really pretty, like, winter Christmas set on my sister-in-law. And we used the red from the new collection as well as this Don't Be Late, and we made it matte with like a sweater print design on it. It was amazing. Like, I want to do a full set of nails like that. I thought it was so cute. I'm sorry if my little monkey is like distracting you guys. She makes those noises right before she falls asleep, so that is exactly what she's gonna do here. But anyway, yeah, this is Don't Be Late. But I honestly, out of like all the colors, I wasn't expecting to love this one as much as I do, especially because it's a green, right? Like, I personally don't reach for greens very much, but I've been really liking this. My clients have been really liking this. And I feel like once you put it on the nails and you incorporate it into like some sort of design, that being like fall or winter or like sweater print or something like that, it's just a very versatile green color. And Light Elegance doesn't have a whole ton of greens, so it was really nice that they came out with this one, which would work for Christmas nails and like fall nails, winter nails if you wanted just a really pretty dark green color. Okay, you guys, this color I am so excited about. So this is from the new Light Elegance limited edition lace collection, and if you've watched that video, like, this is gonna come as no surprise to you that I love this color. So this is Light Elegance's Sweet Lace. And Sweet Lace is a beautiful, like, light pink lace glitter gel. So in the packaging, it doesn't look like anything special. It almost just looks like pink cottage cheese. But on the nails, it is just beautiful. If you have followed any of like the lace trends from Light Elegance, they have their black lace, they have their white lace, now they have this whole lace collection which features this pink lace, there's a red in there, there's kind of like a berry hot pink red color, which is really unique, and then there's a black and white. So all of those are beautiful colors. If you can still get your hands on that collection, I would, because it is limited edition, so once it sells out, it's gone. I think when you see like the colors in like their kind of promo pics, it does not do the collection justice. I really feel like it's such like a really nice versatile collection, and especially with Valentine's Day nails coming up, you guys are gonna wish that you had, what is it called? You guys are gonna wish that you had velvet lace if you don't already have it for Valentine's Day nails. It is a beautiful red lace color, and I think like paired with black, you could do some like really kind of like sexy sort of nails if you wanted. I think it's just such a beautiful color, that too. The only color glitter gel in that collection that I was like kind of, I don't want to say on the fence about, but just kind of unsure how I felt about it was the black and white one. I need to play with it, is what I need to do. I can't just like judge it in the pot, judge it on the video. I have to play around with that color a little bit to see kind of like what I would do with it. But that's the only one that I was kind of like, I don't really know how I feel about this one. But Sweet Lace is beautiful. On the nails, it doesn't go as like bright pastel pink as this. It almost like kind of goes like a little bit more of a creamy color. So it's definitely not like as pink as this once you put it on the nails, is what I found with using it. But either way, oh, and it actually like, if you pair it like with a pink, then it's gonna look more pink. I used it on my mom's nails and I paired it with like, I did it on its own right beside like a gold, and that's why it kind of took on like the cream color. But then I used it on another client where I paired it with kind of like a rosy color, and then it took on more of the pink tone. So it's a very versatile lace color. You can only get it in that collection, which, I mean, it's a collection, right? Like, I mean, makeup companies do that all the time. They come out with just a collection. If you want the one color, you have to get the whole collection. Honestly, I think the whole collection is like a good investment for if you like the lace glitter gels, which I personally love. I wore white lace on all of my nails for my wedding nails. I've said this before. I think I even showed it in that video. And with just a whole bunch of crystals, and it was beautiful. They have like a pink lace, which is more of like a corally pink. And that one I've done on a client with a whole bunch of crystals as well, and it was beautiful as well. If you want to see like more close-ups of these, or you want to see comparisons or anything like that, definitely check out my lace glitter gel video. But yeah, anyway, if you can still get that collection, hands down, highly recommend it. Okay, the next glitter gel I want to feature is from Fusion. If you watched the recent like winter collection review video that I put up, you'll know that I wasn't like, oh, again, I don't want to say I wasn't a huge fan of the glitters. I was just like very opinionated about the glitters. But this one I was actually like, you know what, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm not sure how I feel about it. And I have to say that I'm really enjoying working with this one. So this is Fusion Snowball Fight. And Snowball Fight needs a stir. Yeah, so that was one thing, after I filmed that video, I was talking to Cheryl kind of about my opinions on the collection and stuff, and she said it looked like you almost needed to stir the pots a little bit before you kind of featured them. So I wish I would have known that and done that for you guys, because it does kind of give like a little bit of a different effect with the glitters, and especially this one. So this is Snowball Fight. So it's got like a clear base with like fine white glitter sparkles, and then there's like holographic stars and what else is there? Just like holographic little chunks. Now, I don't particularly love this color on its own. However, I find that it works really well as like a base if you're going to use like chunky glitters paired with it. So this is from Glitter Heaven, and this is their like winter color, and it's called Snow Magical. And this has like some really like big chunky snowflakes in it. This works so perfect paired with Fusion Snowball Fight. So I would put like a layer of the Snowball Fight down, and then I would just take my dotting tool and drop in some of the snowflakes or some of like the chunkier glitters. I find this works. It's a really good base for that. I haven't done it yet, but I think that this would also be a really good base for glitter fade nails as well. So I have really been liking Fusion Snowball Fight. I think it is actually like a really versatile glitter gel. So the next one that I want to feature, I've featured this in favorites videos before. I have done a whole review on this collection. It is the Fusion Paints, and this is specifically in white. I am loving the Fusion Paints for winter nails, and can I tell you guys why? If you have watched my recent like sugared snowflake tutorial video, like I hardly offer tutorials, so that's like a special treat for you guys. But anyway, I use this to hand paint like the snowflake design in it. I think it's just such an awesome gel paint for doing that with. So it's like in the pot, it's nothing fancy, it's just like a white gel paint. But the reason that this works really well for sugared nails is because it cures to a tackless finish, so you don't have to worry about putting a top gloss over top of it or anything, which is really good because you don't want to put a top gloss over top of sugared nails. Also, I find these paints really easy to paint with. So absolutely love this gel paint. And another interesting fact about this gel paint is after I filmed that video, I had a few of you guys asking if you could stamp with the gel paints, and I had seen like an educator from Fusion do it on their page before, and I was like, well, that's kind of strange. Like I didn't know you could paint with, or you could stamp with gel. I've tried it before. It didn't work with the colors that I've done before. Now the reason it didn't work with the colors that I've done before is because they weren't as highly pigmented as this one, and a lot of gels are like more runny than this Fusion gel paint. The Fusion gel paint doesn't really move, so if you're going to stamp with it, it's not going to like smear and smudge like it would with some other gels that are on the market. So it actually works for stamping. A couple tips with that. You don't want to really use a clear jelly stamper. I'm finding that when I stamp with the gel paints with the clear stamper, it's almost like the clear stamper is like too wet for it. It doesn't pick up the gel as well as like some other stampers do. So any of the clear stampers that I've used with it have not worked. The stamper that works the best that I've tried is a really firm stamper. So this one is the Caption Stamper. I have featured this in videos before too. This is like one of my favorite firm stampers. But yeah, this is the stamper that I've been using. It is a hot mess because it is like well used and well loved. This stamper works amazing for stamping with the Fusion gel paints. I've also heard that the original like Conad red stamper works really well because it is a very firm stamper as well. So you just want to make sure that you're using a firm stamper, not a squishy stamper, and in my opinion, not a clear stamper as well. But you can stamp with it, so that's really nice if you want to do the sugar technique because you don't have to actually go in and like paint the lines like I was doing. You could just stamp with your gel paint, put some of the embossing sugar powder on top, and then you cure it and you're done. So you don't have to go back in and paint like I was doing with every single line. The only thing that I'm finding is if you're going to do that, because it's such like a fine stamp, there's not a whole ton of gel paint on the nail. It doesn't look as like embossed in my opinion. It doesn't look as like kind of thick as it does if you would paint the lines on, but either way it still looks really nice. I'll insert a picture here of like when I stamped with the Fusion gel paints and a snowflake stamp that I have from eBay, and it worked really well. So loving the Fusion white paints. I also stamped with the black too, and that works really well. So if you're gonna get any of the Fusion gel paints, I highly recommend getting the black and the white because those are the ones that you're gonna use the most often. Okay, a gel polish that has become like a favorite of mine. This is from Ugly Duckling, and it is Ugly Duckling number 61. Ugly Duckling number 61 is this beautiful like maroon, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to describe it. It's got like a maroon base, but it's got like hot pink glitter flecks to it. Such a beautiful color for fall nails, such a beautiful color for winter nails. I wore this on my toes and I was obsessed, and so I put it on my nails when I was wearing gel polish nails as well. It's just a hands down favorite gel polish. I plan to do a whole swatch video on all of the Ugly Duckling gel polishes. It's just quite the undertaking. I'm gonna have to set aside a few hours, maybe even a few days to get that done. So watch for that in the coming like weeks here. But out of all of the ones that I've sort of kind of played around with, so far this is one of my favorites. I think that you're going to get, if you get this one, you'll get lots of use out of it, especially in like the fall and winter time here. So absolutely love this. Sticking with products from Ugly Duckling, I've, again, pretty sure that I've featured this in videos before, but this is the Ugly Duckling Matte. Ugly Duckling Matte Top Gloss is hands down my favorite matte top gloss of life. Like, I cannot stress that enough to you guys. I have tried Light Elegance, I have tried Accents, I have tried, what else have I tried? OPI, I've tried Gel 2, I've tried, oh my gosh, I swear I've tried like 6 or 7 of them. And Ugly Duckling is my favorite, and I'm going to tell you why. It is chalkboard matte. Like, I'm not saying that it like looks kind of matte with a little bit of a sheen, like it's not like a satin type of matte. It is chalkboard matte, like hands down. Not only that, but it stays chalkboard matte. So when your clients come in for their fill, it's still going to be chalkboard matte. It's not going to absorb the oils or the lotions and the body washes and everything that your clients are using in between their appointments and go a little bit more shiny. No, it is going to be matte. It is amazing. If you're looking for like an amazing matte top gloss, you have found it. Like, don't even, I'm sorry to say this, but don't even waste your time trying anything else. I know there's like a whole ton of matte gel top glosses out there. Like I said, I've only tried about 6 or 7 of them, but out of all of them, like, why waste your time if you know that this one's gonna be like chalkboard matte? A lot of people just like buff the nails to get like that matte finish, like buff your top gloss, which works as well. This is way easier. It's just, you apply it like you would a top gloss, cure it in your gel lamps, and you're good to go. So for me, I think that this works a lot better, but if you're looking for a really good matte top gloss, that's it, guys. Like, I just can't even stress that to you guys how awesome that is. Let's move on to a couple glitters now. So 2 glitters from Glitter Heaven. This is Glitter Heaven Snow White. And Glitter Heaven Snow White is used for sugaring. So this is what I featured in my sugaring snowflake video. And you'll want to use, if you're going to do some sugaring, I've done some with some like loose glitters and they didn't work as well. And I think it's because it's not as dense as like the sugaring powder. So you can see how like kind of heavy it is and like how dense it is. Like, this just works amazing for sugaring. Also, acrylic powders work really well as well because they are kind of like that dense, heavier product, I guess. So if you wanted to do like just like a white sugared nail, I would just use some like straight white acrylic. If you wanted something with a little bit of sparkle and sheen to it, this is a beautiful, beautiful product to get for it. Another product from Glitter Heaven, White Magic, I'm pretty sure this is called. And it is just like an iridescent white pigment powder. So you use this the exact same way you would use like the chrome powders, where you use it on like a tackless top gloss, and it'll give like a beautiful, almost like glass looking effect to the nails. And if you use it on top of like a dispersion layer, it gives it like a powdered iridescent sort of look. So it's a very versatile product. You can use it a few different ways. I have personally only used it the one way where I've used it on top of like a dispersion layer, and I loved the effect that it gave. But I've also seen some nail techs use it on top of like a tackless finish, and it gives like a glassy sort of look. So again, a very versatile pigment, very versatile product from Glitter Heaven. Absolutely love that one. Okay, let's talk about some stamping products here. So I have 3 stampers to share with you guys. So I plan to do like a battle of the clear stampers eventually, because I've been testing out a whole bunch of them, and so I kind of want to give you guys like the rundown of some of the ones that I've been using. But these so far are kind of like my 3 favorites of the moment. The first one is the original clear jelly stamper, the like, I think it's called Big Bling is what I think it is. And it is like, you guys can see, it is like a massive stamper. Like, it is huge. So your top comes off there, your bling bottom comes off there, and that is how you you stamp with it. And this is the stamper that I used in my snowflake tutorial. And I said in that video that like when you're stamping with this, with a really squishy stamper, which is what this is, it's not a firm stamper, it's more squishy. You want to make sure that you're stamping it like stamped down like this, not so much the flicking motion, is my personal experience with it. You kind of got to play around with the clear stampers. Every single one that you try is going to be finicky, and it's going to have like kind of a manipulation that you have to do to make it work properly. In my experience with the big squishy, Big Bling, I think is what it's called, you want to stamp down on your stamp, and you want to stamp on your nail. And the nice thing about this is it covers like the entire nail too. I don't want to, I mean, I guess I can use this one. It covers your entire nail when you kind of squish it down like that. So I love this stamper. It took me a little bit to get used to it. I'm going to be straight with you guys, it did. And I'll talk about it more in that video once I get around to filming it. But if you're interested in any clear jelly stamper products, I do have a 10% off coupon code, and I will be sure to link that in the description box below, as well as like kind of display it here for you guys. But I do really, really like this stamper, and I have a few stamps from the clear jelly stamper that I kind of need to play around with too, and I will kind of feature them in that video as well. 2 other stampers that I've really been enjoying. These ones are from Moira. And we have like the big pink stamper, and then I don't even know like the exact names of it, but I have like a smaller clear one as well. So compared to like the big squishy one from the clear jelly stamper, like it gives you guys an idea of the different sizes. Like the clear jelly stamper Big Bling is massive. Like it'll work on any of your clients' long nails, that is for sure. Now I really like this stamper, the pink one, because it is kind of more of a squishy stamper. So it does kind of sit like really well on the nails. This stamper I find a lot easier to use. So if you guys are kind of just like getting into like your clear stampers and stuff, this would be a really good one to kind of play around with, because I think it works really well. Just make sure that when you're stamping with them that you're removing your top, obviously, because you need to stamp, but make sure you're removing your bottom too. I made the mistake when I first stamped with this of not removing the bottom, because it is clear so you can see through it. And when I went to go like stamp on the nails, the pressure of like the air like caused it to like the top to like fly off. So make sure that you're removing both the top and the bottom when you're going to use this stamper. But I do find this stamper like fairly easy to use, so I would definitely like recommend trying this one for sure. And it's not quite as squishy as the Big Bling one is. So like I said, they kind of have their different purpose. I find this one, because it's really squishy, it kind of forms to like really long nails a lot better than like say this one does. But at the same time, this one's like more easier to use if you're going to do some precision stamping. So I don't know, they all kind of have a different purpose, I think. And then this one is definitely like more of like a firm stamper. So this one is comparable to like the original clear jelly stamper, I would say. And I find that this stamper works really well for precision stamping. So if you want to stamp that snowflake like perfectly in your corner, this is the stamp that I would recommend using. Whereas like either one of these stampers I would recommend if you want to do like a full image covering the entire nail. So like I said, they all kind of have their purpose. They all kind of are versatile in how you use them. They all require you to kind of play around with them and figure out what works best. But those are like kind of the 3 stampers that I've been playing with lately, in addition to some other ones. And again, once I get around to filming that video, I'm going to give you guys like the whole rundown of a whole bunch of clear stampers, because I know people struggle with clear stamping, and I want to try and like give you guys some tips and tricks to like work with them. So a couple other stamping products that I want to tell you guys about from Bundle Monster. They have a holiday collection, and I'm going to insert the name here because I'm not entirely sure what it's called, but it is like a Christmas stamping collection, and this has been like an amazing collection this like holiday season. Like I said, I'm not doing too many of my clients' nails right now, but the ones that I am doing, I have been loving doing some like fun Christmas and like winter designs on them. So this is kind of like the collection here. It's kind of hard to show you guys, but some of my favorite stamps from this collection, I'm really liking this one, which is Bundle Monster S218. And I'm really liking this snowflake little collection up at the top here. That's been really fun to play with. I've also really been liking this one, which is S219, and I'm really liking kind of like all of the little stockings there. I filled some of them in with some watercolor paint, and it looked really cool on the nails. This is a really good sweater pattern stamp if you want, and if your clients have kind of wider or bigger nails, because the images are quite a bit bigger on there. So that's a really good stamp. Some new snowflake stamps which are new to my collection is this one here, which is Bundle Monster S216. They're kind of like medium-sized snowflake stamps, so if you kind of want some different variation in the sizes and you want like large, small, this is a really good medium one. And then this plate has been like hands down my favorite plate out of the entire collection, Bundle Monster S213. Love every single giant snowflake on here. Absolutely love it. This one in the top corner here is the one that I featured in my sugar snowflake video, but I love this entire plate. I think it's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful plate. So if you guys can still get your hands on that collection, I know that Christmas is only a few days away here, so you're probably not doing too many winter or Christmas nails. Well, actually, the winter plates would be really good for like January and stuff, because I know I still do winter nails in like January and February, especially where I live. But yeah, if you can still get your hands on that collection, highly recommend it. It'll be a really good kind of staple Christmas plate collection for years to come for your clients as well. My voice must have like totally put her to sleep because she is out. So this is like perfect time to film this video for you guys. Anyway, a couple other stamping products that I want to share with you. We have one plate here from MoU London, which I don't know if you guys can get your hands on this right now because it is Christmas, and usually Christmas and winter products sell out around this time. But this is from the festive collection, and it is number 30. Oh my gosh, I'm like the worst for cleaning off my stamping plates. I actually had somebody comment on my stamping video being like, I can't believe that you don't clean your plates off. And what did she say? She was like, I can't believe you don't clean your plates off. It takes like 10 seconds. And I'm just like, I don't know. I guess I'm just a messy stamper. That's just how I roll. So anyway, I have been loving this plate for sweater nails. Like, I have all of the festive winter plates. I'm fairly confident I do because I wanted to make sure I had a variety of different like sweater stamping plates for my clients, no matter what they picked, even though I kind of picked them all for them. But this one I specifically love, and I really, really love, you can tell because I've been using it, I really, really love these sweater plates over here. I really love this like snowflake one in the top corner over here. If you wanted to put like little deer on your client's nails, like this is just like the perfect sweater stamping plate. This one up here has some more snowflakes. Like, I think if you're gonna get one snowflake plate, this is it. And I think I like how they're laid out in this as well, because they are like a really long line. So if you wanted to, they kind of like overlap into each other, so you could totally like take like a combination of these two or a combination of these two and create like a really, really fun nail for some of your clients who wear longer nails. I absolutely love this sweater stamping plate. If you're going to get one from MoU London, I highly recommend getting this one. Two plates from Moira, which I have like become obsessed with. I love their plates. This one, which you guys knew, I'm pretty sure I said in the Moira stamping video that this was going to be a favorite of mine. This is Moira's stamping plate number 3. It is the ornaments plate. And it is a beautiful, like, scrolling plate. Like, there's just a whole bunch of really pretty scrolls on it. You guys can tell which ones I really like. This one up in the corner here. I know I've used this one on a client as well. This would be really fun to do like the sugaring technique with as well. You could totally use the Fusion white paint, stamp with this, and put some of the embossing sugar powder over it. That would just look so beautiful. I'm going to have to try that on one of my clients. So I'm obsessed with this plate. And it also, I think the thing that I like about like the scrolling plates is they are good all year round. You can do some beautiful winter nails with them. You can do some beautiful Halloween nails with them. You can do Valentine's Day nails. You can do summer nails. Like, it's a very versatile plate all year round is kind of what I think. And sticking with a plate that's versatile all year round, I really love the stamping plate number 2, the fabric texture plate. And the thing that I like the most about this one, though, you guys are like hands down going to be not surprised at all, is the plaids on this plate. I absolutely love the plaids. I do really like the argyle print up here if you're looking for an argyle print plate. I love the houndstooth up top there. Even like there is some sweater stamping ones here. The only problem with these sweater stamping ones, you kind of have to have a wider nail or longer nails to be able to get like your full like effect with these. Is kind of my thing, but it's such an awesome plate. It's a really great plate for all year round as well, maybe like minus the sweater plates because those ones you can't really use all year round, but especially for like fall and winter nails, the plaid and the argyle is perfect. Absolutely love this plate as well. Let us move into a couple tools that I wanted to share with you guys. This brush is from Ugly Duckling, and this is their Detailer number 2 brush. This is the brush that I featured in that Sugar Snowflake video. And this is what the head looks like on it. So it is not quite like a really, really tiny head. It's definitely more of like, I don't even want to say a medium. It's somewhere in between like a small and a medium head. But it is very, 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 very thin. So it's really great for like painting like detailed lines. It's really great if you want to get in there and do some like actual painting and designs. And I'm pretty sure this is the brush that Natasha uses in her Grinch tutorial. If you guys have watched that, if you haven't, I'm going to link it in the description box below because it is like an amazing little tutorial. I really, 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 really like this brush. They have, I'm going to show you guys all of them actually. Okay, they also have a Detailer number 1 brush, which is like significantly smaller than the Detail number 2 brush, which is an amazing brush. If you're gonna get like any of the brushes that I share with you, get Detail number 1, get Detail number 2, get 2 of them. That way you can use one for paints, and then one set for paints, and one set for your gel paints is kind of what I would suggest, and that's exactly what I've done. And then they also have some really pretty or really nice striping brushes. So this one here is striper number 1, this is striper number 2. They're just a little bit longer than each other. These are amazing brushes if you guys are wanting to do animal print nails. So if you're wanting to do some zebra or anything like that, these are the brushes that I would recommend to get for them. Absolutely obsessed with those brushes. Detailer number 2 has been like my current favorite though. If you guys are wanting to like treat yourself or splurge on something like, I don't know, crystal related, then you guys are gonna like love this product. So this is the Swarovski covered katana, crystal katana. It is like beautiful, and I keep it in its little case here because like I don't want it to get dirty or wrecked or anything. But it is the crystal katana, crystal ninja katana, I don't know, picker upper, but it is covered in Swarovski crystals. And I know that you can get this in like a couple of different colors. They have one that comes in like crystal AB or just plain crystal, and I think those would be beautiful as well. I'm almost kicking myself for not getting that one because I think it would just like look like you're like putting crystals on with a diamond picker upper. Like, it is so, so pretty. It is like, it's very costly, and it's not like a necessity. Like, I mean, the crystal katana itself works good, but if you're wanting to kind of like treat yourself, and like when you're working with your clients with it, it's just like, it's so eye-catching under the light. Like, I don't know, it's like a ridiculous product. Like, it totally is. But I have to tell you guys that I've been obsessed with it lately. So, and if you've watched my Swarovski crystal video, I say that I'm not a huge fan of this product, but the reason that I wasn't a fan of this product is because I found that the little nubby, I found that it dulled really, really, really quickly. Like, each time that I would like take a file and kind of like make it more sticky, it wore down and it got really fat, and then it was really hard to pick up the small crystals. But Sharon, hi Sharon, I'm gonna link her video in the description box below because she has a little tip to like kind of re-wax that and make it like re-pointy again. She has a really good video on how to do that. So I'm definitely going to link that in the description box below, because if you guys are having that problem with it, and if that's the reason why you don't like your crystal picker upper, that's a really good video to like make you like it again. So I've been obsessed with this like crystal one. Like I said, I know it's a ridiculous purchase. It's like a ridiculous product to even like carry. but it's beautiful. Like, it's hands down beautiful. And because like everything in my nail salon is pink, it just like, I had to get the pink ones. So had to share that with you guys. Sticking with Swarovski crystals, I've been obsessed with this one, and I've been using this case to store a lot of my like bigger crystals is kind of what I've been doing. So I really have been liking, for like the bigger crystals, I've really been liking, and I can't remember, I should have like labeled these actually, because for reorder or whatever, I'm gonna wish that I had labeled these. But I've really been liking these crystals, and they are the pointed back. I think these are, I want to say they're size 16, but I find that these are a really good little collection to use if you're going to do like little bling clusters in like the corner of a nail or something like that. I really like these ones. They're a really good size. And then the other ones that I've been obsessed with, which are like insanely ridiculous, is these kind of like pink opal ones, and I have it on this nail here. So pretty, but like you can see how much it sits up on the nail. Like, it is like a pretty high little cluster there, and I have actually snagged it a few times. I get asked that all the time if I snag crystals in my hair, and I totally do, but I mean, it's the price you pay for beauty. So I've really been liking these kind of unique shaped crystals, and I will have some crystal videos coming up for you guys soon on how to like use these and how to work with these. The only reason I haven't filmed those yet is because I was waiting for a tripod to come in that I can like film me actually putting these on people's nails instead of like on my little swatch sticks, because I just think that that's one, a waste of crystals and not as cool to see. Watch those videos in the coming weeks because I will definitely be filming them for you guys. Okay, so these I have become obsessed with, and I'm not too sure if it's because I film videos for you guys or if it's just that I'm obsessed with them. But these are like little nail display stands. I have 3 of them here, so you can get them in black, you can get them in white, or you can get them in pink. I first started out with the pink one, which I love because obviously I love anything pink, but I was finding that if I wanted to take like a really nice picture, I would have preferred to have the white one. So then I got the white one. And the black one's really nice to take pictures depending on the design that you use as well. I wish there was a clear one. I think a clear one would be like even better for taking pictures, but the white one is like definitely my favorite for taking pictures. So what I've been using these for, if you've been watching any of my videos, you've seen these, what am I using them in? I use them in my like holographic video, my fusion video, my snowflake video. They're really great for just kind of like painting your designs or doing your designs. So obviously I use these for videos. If you don't use these for videos and you wanted to like practice some nail designs, these are perfect because they just kind of like, they sit up to like the perfect little level so that you can actually like get your brush in there and do some hand painted designs. It's obviously not as same as like working on clients' hands, but it's a really good way to kind of get yourself familiar with using your brush or practicing different designs or anything, and then taking that technique and adapting it for using it on your clients' nails. I just think that these are like the perfect little stands. They're inexpensive. If you guys have like looked at getting like a practice hand or anything, practice hands are so expensive. So I think this is a really good alternative if you don't want to use, if you don't want to like invest in like an actual practice hand. And I really like that these like little nail tips just kind of clip off, clip back on, so you know that they're really sturdy. They also have nail tips that are like almond shaped. So this one here is an almond shape. So you can get a pack of nail tips like this that are almond shaped. So you have the almond shaped and then you have like the square tip shapes as well. So yeah, I've really been liking those the last few months. I was kind of just introduced to them and I think they work amazing for my videos, amazing for little kind of tips and tricks and tutorials that I've been sharing with you guys. And I think they would work really well if you wanted to use the stand for like practicing different designs, which I've done. So oh my gosh, I can't believe I just about forgot to share this product with you guys. I have a new favorite bit. This is from Atwood Industries and it is the brushy bit is what it is called. And this is what the brushy bit looks like. So you can see that it's just like a little brush. It's kind of got like a more firm bristles on it. What I've been using this for is I've been using it to clean up like chrome nails. So if you guys have been working with like the chrome at all or pigments or anything on your client's nails, you'll know that it gets into like all of the little crevices. It gets like in the cuticles, on the sidewalls, and then when you go to take a picture, it's just like a hot mess. Like you don't want messy, dirty cuticles in your pictures. This cleans that all off. So I put it on my e-file, turn it on to about a medium speed. You really don't need much of a speed with it, and just kind of take it into my client's nails and just like brush off any of the excess is what I've been doing with it. And it is an amazing little bit. Like I just think this is such like an innovative little tool to use. I've become obsessed with this little bit. So I can't believe I forgot to share that with you guys. I totally had it on my list as like star. I need to make sure that I share it with you guys. So anyway, yeah, had to share that with you guys as well. Anyway, guys, I think that is all that I had to share with you for the last little bit. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm super curious to hear what some of your guys' favorites are for the last few months. What new products have you gotten into your collection? Have you dug into like some old stuff in your stash and started using that again? What products have your clients been requesting? I know we're doing winter and Christmas nails right now. Super curious to hear what your guys' favorites are. Anything that I mentioned here will be linked in the description box below, as well as like any coupon codes or anything that I have for you guys. Make sure you're following me on all of my social media. I do have Snapchat now. I have a Facebook group for this channel where I post and ask you guys different questions, and it's kind of just like a nice little community where we can chat about different things nails. And follow me on my Facebook and Instagram as well. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. You awake, Rose? How was your snooze? How was your snooze, baby? Thank you for being such a good girl for all the nail lovers out there. Hey, Rose. Say see you in next video.